Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Colin Jew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 630 for comics originally releasing April the 13th and April the 14th, 2021. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, what do we got from all the cool world of comics and all the things coming out?
We're chock full of stuff, and we better get into it. We've got March Madness ended, and the Gonzaga did not go undefeated.
No, they did not go undefeated. Turns out you need to play in a conference where anybody cares about anybody. And if you play in a just cheap conference, none of your wins count.
I guess that's the case. They came close, though, and lost out to the,
Baylor.
Waco Koreshes, whatever, down in Baylor.
Wow, back to David Koresh and the Branch Davidians. Wow.
Yeah, well, I just saw that TV movie not that long ago, so it's in front of mine. And I think that's where Baylor is, right?
All right, Texas.
Somewhere in Texas, yeah, who knows? It's a big place. Anyway, that tournament's over, but DC said, no. Let's have our own March Madness in March and April, where we take a bunch of pitches for comics, and let you, the fan, vote on them, and then we will winnow down 16 to 1, where we'll have 16 different pitches that will get winnowed down to 1, and that will be published as a new series. And I kind of like it, and then I kind of don't. I have some thoughts going both ways.
Just because you're like, there's 63 ideas that are now dead.
Well, yeah. Okay, so let's just go through them. Go through them.
And full disclosure, I had no clue what you're talking about until right now on this.
Right, okay. So there are let me make sure I was right. Yes, there are 16 pitches on here for comic books, and they're going to be battling it out in this first round, which is now over, and then the second round still has like a week left. But anyway, so the first matchup is Green Lantern's Underworld on Fire.
Nope.
Let me read the goddamn list. Kyle Rayner and Kilowog are on the case of space outlaws raising the intergalactic underworld sector by sector. But will Kyle go by the book when he finds out who's behind it all? Or Etta Candy, Holiday Hero Inc. When an accident grants Etta Candy superpowers, she joins forces with Wonder Woman and her sorority sisters to protect anyone in need. Kyle, which one of those would you like to
Green
go
Lantern
on?
suddenly sounds bad. Can you have an underworld in space? Don't you have to have a world to be Yeah, well, number one.
You want that, okay? And so did everybody else.
Just checking. So
Green Lantern's won 73% to 26%.
Yeah, to the sorority sisters. Gotcha.
There were 22,000 votes.
Darn.
So that's kind of cool. I'm glad they got some interest. The next matchup, The Brave and the Bug, Crisis on Infinite Ambush. Ambush Bug must survive an attack by other ambush bugs from across the multiverse, who never got to exist thanks to his refusal to be rebooted. Versus Zatanna and the King of Nightmares. Something is wrong with Zatanna's powers, but before she can heal, she has to confront her worst fears, as well as terrifying new foe, the King of Nightmares.
Oh, this is clearly Zatanna.
You are correct. This is almost 80% to 20% Zatanna over Brave and the Bug, and that one had 23,000 votes.
Ambush Bug. Interesting.
Got crushed, yes. Next we have Lobo, Animal Man, Scorched Earth. The main man's latest contract leads him to do the unthinkable. For the next 6 months, Lobo will protect the shit out of the Earth at all costs. I think it's a 4-letter word. It could have been anything.
Okay.
I inserted my own because I'm already cursed. I'm going to have to check the explicit
I was going to say,
tag.
we're 2.5 minutes in, and
I've already got to check the explicit
You've
tag.
got us the art rating already.
Versus Son of the Creeper. An awkward teen's life turns upside down when he inherits his dad's chaotic powers. Now Kieran Miller must save a father he doesn't know from the monster he's become. Lobo Animal Man or Son of the Creeper?
Those were two different things. They blended together and it sounded like one bad plot. Son of the Creep. I mean, okay, let me think about this.
Lobo and Animal Man, or
people like Lobo Man.
Yeah,
Son of the Creeper sounded a little.
Lobo's. It's not Lobo Man. It's Lobo.
Okay, I'm going.
And he's teaming
Lobo
up with
Man.
Animal Man.
I'm going Lobo Man.
Okay, you're making up a new one. All right, so it won 60% to 40%.
Not bad. See that one? That one I was yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Next we have. You're gonna. I don't even want to read this. Okay. JLQ. 8 young queer heroes investigate a series of monstrous manifestations around the world and discover that something much more terrifying is coming. Justice League Queer.
Interesting.
Or Robins. A small group meets at Dick Grayson's apartment, but what's brought them there isn't that they are all former sidekicks to Batman. They're being hunted by one claiming to be the first. That's obvious.
I genuinely think that sounds good in Robins.
Yes. And it did, but it just barely won.
Interesting.
With 42,000 people voting in this one, it won 53% to 46%. So just squeaked by. Next matchup, Paws Off the Justice League. When the Justice League disappears, Jimmy Olsen and the Super Pets must save the world from
Jimmy Olsen and the what?
The Super Pets. That would be Crypto and whatever Batman's cow is called.
The new Nightwing dog.
Yeah. So gather up some of the Super Pets. Versus Jessie Quick, Control. As Jessie Quick's super speed fades, she gains a new ability. But when the power begins to corrupt Jessie, she must give it up or risk becoming, quite literally, her own worst enemy.
Let's do that Jessie Quick book.
Yep. 21,000 votes, and it won 58% to 41%.
Very nice.
Next we have Blue Beetle, Graduation Day. When the Reach interrupt Jaime's graduation. The fallout puts his future as Blue Beetle in jeopardy and poses the ultimate question: what does life after high school look like? Versus Night Runner, Love in Paris. When the fans of an intoxicating virtual songstress
Blue Beetle
start disappearing throughout Paris, Night Runner must track down the infamous developer behind the celebrity AI.
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle won 7 out of 10 votes on that one.
Yeah.
70% to 30%. We then go to Swamp Thing, A House of Secrets. Louisiana in 1905, the monstrous Alex Olson, his widow Linda, and his undead rival Damien vie for control of the cursed swamp where life and death spiral into one nightmare. Versus Suicide Squad 7. In South America, Harley Quinn leads an adventurer, a stage magician, a sugar-obsessed killer, a former hero, a drunk assassin, a mute metahuman, and a child who becomes a monster.
Suicide Squad.
Okay, this one...
And so far, that's my number one to win it all.
Suicide Squad is?
Yeah.
Okay. This one barely squeaked by.
It had a huge competition.
22,000 votes in, it won 50.3% to 49.7%.
Oh, snap.
So just a few votes separated that one.
Yeah.
Then we have Asteria, the last Amazon, an immortal champion returns to man's world to discover the Amazon's sacrifice, now forgotten, and the secret family she left behind, offering one last chance at redemption. Versus Superman and Lois, Ignition. Our solar system is a machine, and its purpose is to trap and kill Superman. Together, he and Lois face ancient aliens and trickster asteroids as they fight to save our future.
Okay. Superman, Lois.
Also super close. 21,000 votes in.
But in the end,
Superman won by 50.2 to 49.8.
Wowzers.
Very close. Very, very close. So, now, So
Now,
those
of all those, the three that stick out to me are Superman, Lois, Robins, and Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
And those all three were squeakers.
Yes, I mean, so that gives our next matchup for round 2, which you can vote on online right now. Go find it. Is Green Lanterns versus Zatanna, Lobo versus Robins, Jesse Quick versus Blue Beetle, and Suicide Squad versus Superman and Lois. So, what I mean that I would say. I mean, what do you say there?
Zatanna, Superman, Lois, Robins. What was the other matchup?
I those are 2 of those are mine. I go with Zatanna and Robins. The other matchup was Jesse Quick versus Blue Beetle.
I'm gonna go Blue Beetle.
Yeah, yeah, probably Blue Beetle. People like him. I'd rather see a Jesse Quick, but I can see Blue Beetle.
I was gonna say I'd probably be more apt to do Jesse Quick, but I think Blue Beetle's a better.
And
sell.
then the Suicide Squad 7, I think will
beat
edge out Superman.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
it will. I think it will. And then so that would put in our heads Zatanna versus Robins, and then Suicide Squad versus Blue Beetle, and then I would think it would be Suicide Squad versus Robins.
I will go Zatanna versus Beetle.
Zatanna versus Beetle. Wow, so you're on the exact
I'm
opposite.
going the exact opposite on the Final Four issue, and I'm giving the winner as Zatanna.
Zatanna gets her own book out of everything.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep.
And she was the one that had like.
She had the runaway first round.
Yeah, she had like 80, 90%, something like that. It was huge. So yeah, it's a good call. And now that we have winners, they've released the creators. We did. I don't believe we had the creators at first. So we missed out on Green Lanterns by Senna Grace.
Okay.
And Lobo, Animal Man by Heath. Oh no, wait, that's right. Now that we're in the second round, now we get creators. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So we don't get to know who the losers were from the first round.
But you lost. Let's tell everybody who had the crap ideas.
Yeah, so Senna Grace was Green Lanterns was Senna Grace and V something Marion. Zatanna is the Soska sisters and Vanessa Del Rey on art. Lobo Animal Man is Heath Corson and Scott Hepburn. Robins is Tim Seeley and Baldemar Reyes.
Crap, I will read the crap out of that Robins.
Yeah. Blue Beetle is Josh Trujillo and Adrian Gutierrez. Jesse Quick is Stephanie Phillips and David LaFuente.
Okay.
Superman and Lois is Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing with Vaxo Georgiev. And Suicide Squad is Rex Ogle and Diogenes Naez. So some of the pitches lose a little luster once you find out who's attached.
Yeah. So that makes me a bigger fan of Robins, and Zatanna even got more into my book.
Because of the Soska sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Or because of Vanessa Del Rey? Or because of both?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, so here's what I don't like about this. I don't want I think these should have been fan pitches. Unless these are like, if these are inventory stories that are already written and drawn and in the can, that's one thing. That's fine. But if it's just, they went to the creative teams and said, pitch me some stories.
Blow one of your ideas for a tournament. Yeah, I don't like that.
So, yeah. They should have given 16 pitches for us, the fans, to have pitched. And then, when it got down to this round, assigned them to some creators, and you can take control at that point. Or
did you really want to go through 18,000 Batman versus entries?
Well, no, I think there would. no Batman would have to be one of the rules, I
Oh,
think, because they have their own round robin tournament with Batman books. But yeah, I mean, I think this is cool. Not 100% sure what happens to the losers if they get their books just at a later date. You know, some of those I don't ever want to see the light of day, and some of those are worthy reads, I think, and I would enjoy those. And it's going to be too bad that only one gets to win.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this is a situation where somebody's going to win, and then one of the sweethearts that got knocked out is going to have a fan outcry, and it's also going to get published. So of this, more than one of these books will end up published.
yeah, I mean, people hunting Robins one by one sounds like a fun story arc that could be in the actual Robin book that is out.
Yeah.
So that some of these are eerily, so they're already kind of exist in the space. So like that's why it's tough to root for Robins, because Robin has his own book coming out, and there'll be plenty of Robin. There's
But
plenty
if
of
Zatanna
Superman.
gets kicked, the odds on Zatanna popping up with her own long form story is not good.
Yeah, the only way you're going to see Zatanna is in a Justice League Dark backup in the Bendis book. So Jesse Quick's probably not going to get her book unless she wins.
Yeah. How much?
Maybe. There was just a Suicide Squad. I think there's another one that's starting up. So do we really need another one of those?
Always.
So So I have some quibbles with selecting things that are existing already, and then I also have some quibbles with why not, or give us one half the bracket. If you want to give the creators give one half, let the fans have the other half, and see who wins. That would have been fun.
Yeah, make it blind so you don't know who's a real creator and who's a fan.
Yeah, so I'm going to vote in these. I voted in the first round, and I think all of my choices won, just like yours.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I think there's only like a week left to vote in the second round, and at that point, we get I think more details on the story, more details on now that we have the creators, we'll get more details on who else might be attached, and then I don't know if we get to vote anymore after this round. So when it gets to the final four and above, it might go to I don't know who gets to vote.
That would be really stupid, as if it's in the fans' hand and then it's not in the fans' hands.
I think the fans get to vote on the final four, but I'm not 100% sure they get to vote all the way to the end, or that they're. I don't know. I'll do some research and I'll find out by next week, hopefully, or have forgotten about this entirely. But what do you think, Kyle, about this as a concept?
I mean, might as well be thematic, and they're like, haha, March Madness. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Should Marvel do this?
Yeah. No Spider-Man. No X-Men.
No X books. No Spider books. That'd be the tough part. Mm-hmm. Don't attach Donny Cates to anything. He's busy enough. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was interesting, and stay tuned to see how that goes. But the obscure stuff, that there's going to be a dedicated fan base for some of this, really the obscure stuff, and it's too bad they're never going to get enough.
This was their
support.
only chance, and they're going to get crushed.
Yeah, they're not going to, like Night Runner. There's got to be some people out there that were rooting for this, but there's no way that was going to happen. The Paul Zoff book did surprisingly well. The Jimmy Olsen and the Super Pets.
Oh yeah,
did surprisingly well. So I don't know if they dust that off again or what. Yeah, I'm curious how this goes, how long this takes. Like, I'm going to be really curious after the winners announced, if like on FOC the next week we have it, or the next DC Connect it's there, or if at that point it needs to be written, drawn, and created.
Yeah, it's going to have to take a while, because if these aren't getting published, you're not wasting artists on them.
I wouldn't think these are unless they're inventory stories. Like all these are pitch inventory stories that these people have already done, and maybe like the Final Eight have creators attached to them, so they're doing something, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, it'd be cool. All right, that's enough of that. Let's head on over to our previews catalog while we still have time, and talk about IDW. You want to do IDW, Kyle?
Sure. Let's go through some IDW. This has been our attempt to make sure we run through our previews a little bit and chit chat about some of the stuff we're putting on our order. We've already done our DCs, our Marvels, and we did our Image, and we thought we'd pick a couple or another one. We're gonna pick IDW this time.
Yeah, because our orders are due when? The 22nd? Is that right?
That sounds right.
It's only 2 weeks away.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we got to get through this and start getting our orders shaped up.
There you go. And we are going to start with Sonic the Hedgehog, written by a bunch of people for $9, and I don't think too many people are going to be in for that.
This is just the 30th anniversary 80-page giant, I guess, celebrating all things Sonic. And Sonic's been running forever in IDW, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's hit 300, right? Issue 300? Is that possible?
That sounds right. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
A lot of writers, a lot of artists, a lot of covers.
Yeah. Then I slide down to old John Buscema getting an artist edition. That looks pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. It's $150, 176 pages. It's got Vision on the cover.
Avengers, Fantastic Four, Thor, Submariner, and more.
Yeah, there's some really cool looking cover that are given the artist treatment inside. Very nice.
Yeah. I love the original cover pages with all the
the markups
on the outsides and everything.
Yeah, that's great. And then IDW is doing a couple of more OGNs and trades. Some ongoing comics. We've got Kanto issue 3 and Chained to the Grave. Finishes up. A G.I. Joe yearbook. An ongoing. Got some Godzilla. Did you get a chance to watch that Godzilla versus
I did not.
King Kong? Oh man, so good. Really made you miss the theater. Would have been fantastic in the theater. I mean, I guess I could have went, but I had it on HBO Max, so I took advantage.
There you go.
But so there's a lot of Godzilla property stuff coming out.
Marvel crossover with Riri Williams in Marvel Action Avengers #1.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of these OGNs and things, slipping those in there. Our boy Tom Zoller doing My Little Ponies. Is he still been doing those? I knew he had before, but I didn't realize he was still on them.
Issue 99, which means we're gearing up towards 100.
What are you going to do? Gather your bronies.
Just like you did for Walking Dead. You got to have them 15 covers.
Negan's going to come in and hit somebody with a bat?
That's exactly what I was about to say, yes.
Spoiler. Then Star Wars Adventures hits number 10.
Mace Windu story.
More Sonic. More Star Wars.
Star Wars Adventures Weapon of a Jedi #2.
Ooh, what's on High Republic Adventures #5's cover there?
That's the dude that I told us we had to buy 3 to get his first appearance. The Nihil. Or the leader of the Nihil.
That's a cool... That's the first time we saw him on the cover or no?
I don't know if this is his first... No, he was on last issue 4 as well.
God, I don't remember that.
But we talked about 3 being his first full appearance.
Oh, okay. You're right. They collected that Star Wars Adventures Smuggler's Run to a cheap trade, $9.99. Of course, it was only two books. So.
2064 Read Only Memories is becoming a OGN, written by Cinegrace.
Do I know what that is?
It's a video game.
Oh. What kind?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I remember talking about it, and then...
Not a shooter.
Yeah, it's a cyberpunk universe like you've never seen before.
Gotcha. Scarrant Hood's collected. We've got...
Star Trek Year 5, number 24. My goodness.
Oh, Turtles Annual. TMNT Annual 2021. Kevin Eastman gets a B cover. That's it. No story for you. I guess it's just a 48-page annual.
Yeah.
Not bad. But it is $7. That's a pretty cool cover. It looks like chess pieces.
Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Annual 2021 is the official prelude to the major TMNT event year in the making. So this will kick off their big Ninja Turtles event as well.
Are there enough characters in the TMNT universe to do a chessboard?
Yes.
Who would be the good guys' pawns? Would it just be turtles? Would it be turtles for pawns? No, the turtles would have to be like, I guess.
So the bad guys' pawns would be mousers or foot soldiers.
Yeah.
And the good guys, you could probably just do pizza for the pawns.
Okay.
Then you'd have the 5 turtles. You had Splinter, April's the Queen, Casey Jones.
Yeah.
You could throw in the Jennifer.
Is Splinter the king?
Splinter the King, April the Queen. Then you got 5 turtles and Casey Jones.
Has this not been done?
I assume not.
Oh yeah. Well, we probably can't license. We probably can't afford the licensing.
Yeah, probably not.
But I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Just pizza. Pizza is the pawn. I love that.
You like that? I do too. We've collected all of the Star Wars, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Genesis, the second book there. Really
cool.
good looking cover on that. We're off to 118 on the actual run through. The Shredder returns. I like it when they're back to Shredder being the bad guy.
Then we've got some Transformers books and a Usagi book, and then we're going to relaunch Usagi Yojimbo, The Dragon Bellow Conspiracy. It's a 6-issue miniseries, and this is presenting.
Are we
perhaps,
colorizing again?
Yeah, I think so. It's perhaps Usagi's greatest story ever. So it's the first time in color, and it's a classic story that is being retold this time. That might be something I check out because instead of reading all 400 issues, I can just do this. And then Jim Lee gets an X-Men Artist Edition, which I think we've already seen that.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, it came out in February, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still available. Surprised that didn't sell out quickly.
No kidding.
And I think that's it. Don't have time for Dynamite tonight, do we?
Nope.
No. All right. Let's shoot over to Hot 10.
Yep, let's have it over to our good friends at what tab are they on? Our good friends at CBSI at comicbookinvest.com. Check out their Hot 10 books, see what the good things that are selling on the secondary market are. They have their Hot 10 for April 9th, 2021. And number one item is, of course, Berserker #1, the second print. And then we had a 1 per store variant on that as well. With the 1 per store variant now topping $200, it should be no surprise that the regular is selling for $50 to $75. Man, what a crazy book that everyone thought would tank, and here we are. Well done. Boom. As an aside, do you think this will be the start of other Hollywood stars joining Reeves and doing their own comic? I actually heard that a lot of these came out with bad defects in them.
The second print in particular because of the coloring.
Yeah, the
dark
I heard
foil.
a lot of them look horrid.
Yeah, I know we had talked about getting this because
Because there were
but
so many of the one that this is by far going to be less than the one.
yeah, but then I'd bought so many of the first one that I don't know that I did that. Maybe I did. I can't remember. I'll have to look. But yeah, you see Patton Oswalt getting into comics. That Canadian kid. What's his name from Undeclared? Remember that kid?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's writing comics now. There's a few.
But
yeah.
by far, Keanu Reeves being one of the big.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's an actual star.
At rank 2, we have Black Adam Endless Winter, special number 1, the Boss Logic variant. Don't get me wrong, I love this cover. Increasing this week from $18 to $10. Last week, increasing this week from $8 to $10 to $50 to $60. This week seems a bit extreme. Then again, maybe not. Maybe The Rock will be able to save the DCU.
DC's fine. Doesn't need saving.
At rank 3, we have my baby, Young Avengers number 1. Well, we knew it would happen at some point. Most people were predicting 9.8 to hit $1,000. Well, it did. And then just rushed right past that mark all the way to $1,200. This was $800 just 10 days ago. Hypothetically speaking, is this the giant-size X-Men number 1 of this generation?
No.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
That's amazing, though.
Well, if the Young Avengers get a big MCU push,
I've had so many of these go through my fingers. So many have come and gone from me, and I've made money on all of them, so I can't really complain. But
there you go.
I haven't made $1,200 on any of them.
Nottingham number 2 is our number 4 book. Sheesh, selling for as much as number 1 is. This book is hitting $50 or more just after release. What are we missing here? We predicted this one.
Did we think number 2 was going to be that crazy?
We thought it would do well. I don't know that we ever put necessarily a number on anything.
Yeah.
At rank 5, we have Fantastic Four 353. We just keep getting deeper and deeper into characters on these Disney Plus shows. Looks like Owen Wilson's character from Mobius M. Mobius will be a staple in the Loki show. As such, the price of raw copies has jumped from $25 to $30 up to $60 to $75 now. Not to be punny, but honestly, what's the end game with all these Marvel side characters? Should anybody be buying into them for long-term spec?
No.
Gotcha. Invincible 110 is our number 6 book. Man, I really didn't see this one reaching to these heights. Up from 50 to 60 last week, over 100. This is now a certified key issue at number 110. I've got
somebody die in that one?
Huh?
Did somebody die in that one?
Yeah, it was a
I'm guessing.
Big issue. I can't remember what happened, but something big happened. Tankers number 1 at rank 7, $50. Definitely riding the high that was ENIAC's number 1 last month. This number 1 of a 3-issue miniseries is selling for about a third of what ENIAC was. It's been very interesting. I'd be very interested in knowing what the print run is in comparison. This is a bizarre first issue for sure. For those wondering about ENIAC number 2, there's a certain major retailer that still has them at cover price if you act fast.
Huh.
At rank 8,
I didn't see this. I didn't see this coming.
Yeah. At rank 8, we have Death by Life number 1, $15 to $20. Death Becomes Alive. Interesting premise, I think. I'm sure the print run is very small on this one, but does this have legs to stand on long term? What do we think?
Can you tell me the publisher? I cannot.
Sepulveda. No, I'm just kidding. That's the guy. I don't even see that on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the publisher is. Crazy.
Geiger number 1 at rank 9, $15. Yes, the black and white 1 per store variant is doing very well at $40 to $50, but this collar cover is way better. Anytime you can get Jeff Johns on a side project, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, and that's why we made it a pick of the week.
That's right. At rank 10, Marauders number 19, the David Finch 1 in 25. Nice Kitty Pryde cover that is likely to be difficult to find going forward. Already selling for $40 to $50. I can see this one going up this week.
I don't see it, but, cool.
There you go. At our honorable mention spot, the one we're talking about now, is Storm number 3 from the 2014 run. The Stephanie Hans 1 in 25 variant. Not sure if this should be on the Hot 10 list or on my ghost hunting list. This is a toughie to find. Current market is around $100, but I think people just don't know about it and how great the cover really is. And our other honorable mention spot, they usually pick a big-time old school comic, and here is Hit Comics number 7, a Lou Fine cover. What an odd cover. Like, you almost don't see the giant blue skull in the background. And why is our hero wearing see-through sleeves? Anyways, a raw 3.0 copy sold this week for $2,200. This book doesn't come up often as a GPA. Reports as GPA only reports 3 graded sales for as long as their database even goes back.
So, what's the lesson we glean from this? Is that a damsel in distress on the bottom there?
No.
Not really. She's not in distress. She looks like she's bound by the wrists.
Yeah, maybe. She seems fine.
She seems just chilling. She's just
chilling.
Hanging out. At the bottom of the skull.
Exactly.
On purpose. Okay. All right. But anyway,
for kicks.
If you see 10-cent covers, take a good look at them.
Yeah. Yeah, just
take a good look at your 10-cent comics and, Google those bad boys. See what pops, because they might be worth a lot.
That's right. Do you want to go into our FOC now, sir?
Yes, please.
All right. So our FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last opportunity to add a few things to our previews and our pull lists and make sure that we have these items in our boxes and don't have to chase them on the secondary market. Normally, by the time FOC comes out, we have some additional art, or maybe we've fallen in love with a series we don't want to miss out on the subsequent issues of. We get an awesome list sent to us by our friends at Deep Discount Comics, and Eric curates a list of some things he wants to talk about on top of that email. The things he's talking about on here are Batman Damned, the trade paperback for that one. With your discount, you can get that trade paperback for $12.49. That is a heck of a deal for that series. Stargirl Spring Break Special number 1, the Todd Knock one-shot.
Jeff Johns is doing the writing on this?
Jeff
okay.
Johns.
I mean, got some heavy hitters. I dismissed this out of hand earlier, but I don't know. Right? It might be worth something.
$6, who knows? The Good Asian, from our good friends at Image Comics. Porn Sack Pishing, whatever his name is, as the writer on that one. Heroes Reborn number 1 is a Marvel comic.
Who's the artist, Kyle? Who's the artist? What's
Porn
the artist?
Sack Pinshote that we keep talking about.
And who's the artist? Tefengeke? What's that? How do you pronounce his name?
That's why I didn't do it.
That's why you just gleaned right over it. So, you know what? Let's talk about Heroes Reborn.
Alexandre Tefengenge.
Tefengeke.
Heroes Reborn number 1 of a 7-issue series. Jason Aaron writing that one for Marvel. And here we have the Star Wars Bounty Hunters Alpha number 1. We have a Kowabunga Comics exclusive.
That's big time.
Yeah, Jan Durisma is doing the cover on it. We don't even get our art yet. We're still waiting on it. But by golly, we can FOC and make sure we get this beast.
So our little Kowabunga is all grown up.
Mm-hmm.
And they have now got their own Star Wars cover.
They lassoed themselves a Star Wars number 1 exclusive.
That is big time. And it can be yours for the small price of $20.
Yep, so...
but I bet you'll see the image.
Our good friends at also normally it's a Shop Kowabunga. Keep an eye out there for stuff as well.
Yeah. So we'll see that image coming up soon, hopefully.
That's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled for what that thing look like. Bounty Hunters number 1 Alpha. Can't wait. Thanos Quest Marvel Tales number 1 from Marvel. Jim Starlin writing that one. From Artist, Writers, and Artisans, we have Garth Ennis with Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal number 1.
Yeah, new Garth Ennis.
And, of course, Eric's been throwing us out a toy for one of his items, and we have the Spider-Man Legends figure for that one. But let's not take Eric's word for us. Let's dig into the FOC ourselves and see if anything else that we just gotta have.
I'm psyched for this Crime Syndicate number 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. What else is happening? We've got Urban Legends number 3. Festival of Asian Heroes. Is that right? Yeah, that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be like a bunch of people, right?
I would think so.
Since it's a $10 book, 100 pages. That should be something.
And our cover A is Jim Lee.
Cover B is Art Germ. Gorgeous Art Germ cover. I don't know who's that Bernard Chang is. Yeah. The Monkey Prince, I guess, is what he's doing there.
Boy, that's a good looking Art Germ. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Rorschach 8, finishing up. A couple of great covers there. And yeah, there's a couple covers for the Stargirl Spring Break special. I think I kind of like the cover B a little better. More Red X on the cover of Suicide Squad number 3.
We are milking that Red X as much as we can.
My goodness.
It better pay off. If not, it can be a lot of disappointment.
Well, yeah. I don't know how it can at this point.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm already down an image.
So you didn't find anything in Dark Horse or IDW?
Correct.
Not a thing.
No.
What's wrong with us? We need to do better.
Sorry.
We got that Hey Kids Comics. Last chance for that. Howard Chaykin book.
Noctera number 2 going to second print and 3 coming out.
Silver Coin going to a second print with a new cover. And then
it's a really cool cover on that second print for Silver Coin. Might be worth making sure you get that.
And then four Walking Deads for issue 14 of Walking Dead. Which I can't remember what happens then. I think we're still leading up to Michonne at 19.
There we go.
So we might be... Do we find the prison yet before Michonne? Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so. Do we? In the show we do, but I don't know if we do.
I'm trying to think now. Yeah. Down into Marvel.
Taking a look at the cover, it's super chaotic. Mark Bagley just throwing all kinds of stuff on the cover of this. Amazing Spider-Man 65. Man,
we got Art Germ doing this Heroes Reborn number 1, and these Wonder Woman vibes are really freaking me out, man.
What is it?
Heroes Reborn, Art Germ.
The Wonder Woman what, did you say after the Wonder Woman?
It looks just like Wonder Woman. I keep getting... Every time I see it, I immediately go to Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Great cover. Tons of covers. Yeah. Go nuts. Are you... Yeah, I'm going to read this. It's Jason Aaron doing it, right?
Yep.
With McGinnis. Yeah, I'm going to read this.
Might as well just dip in and see what we can find.
Back into a Marvel event.
Star Wars Bounty Hunters Alpha. So, you got your Kowabunga exclusive cover for $20, which we're waiting on. And then we have the Kowabunga exclusive virgin version of that one is $30, or you can get the set of 2 for $40, $10 off.
Oh wow! So the Kowabunga exclusive, you might have to pre-order that sight unseen because it's due by the 12th. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Just to make sure you get one, you want to guarantee you have one.
To guarantee you might not be able to see it yet. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I can't freaking wait.
X-Men Curse of the Man thing. Who asked for that? Who was it? That should have been in the losers bracket.
I think so. Berserker #1, the 4th print foil Raphael Grandpa variant.
So you can still order it, but you might get allocated.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might end up with a 5th print.
Oh, I see.
Eve #1 from Boom Studios.
Merca and Dolpha doing beat cover B.
Yeah.
Which is a great cover B.
I was going to say it's a great looking cover. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr #1 going to a 2nd print. Just as #2 comes out.
Invincible Red Sonja with a ton of covers. Who's the new team on this? Oh, it's Palmiotti and Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, part of me's curious about what their take is on Red Sonja, but I did see what they did to Harley Quinn, and I didn't love it. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Down in Aftershock, we have Eden as a one-shot written by Cullen Bunn with Dalibor Talajik on art on that one. It's a good-looking book, but it's $7 for a one-shot.
Ugh. Oof.
And from Aftershock, We Live, #5, went to a 2nd printing.
Yeah, I was sleeping on that book. Plenty of good stuff. What were the other options on the Kowabunga exclusive? We had the regular,
We had the
Virgin,
and the
and then a combo where you get a little discount. Very nice.
Combo breaker.
Gotcha. No more Fortnites to tempt you, Kyle.
None.
I was right. They were all in the same month, weren't they? Jammed in the same month, yeah. Looking forward to that. That's some good stuff there.
All right, but that's been our FOC. That's, of course, our final order cutoff and our last chance to add some things. And this week, we get the chance to find the first thought of these exclusive Star Wars Bounty Hunter Alpha from Kowabunga. And then we're going to be just waiting to see covers because I cannot wait.
Oh, yeah. Cover price time.
Of course, cover price top 10. We are going to find another hot 10 books out there. At rank 10, we're going to start there and head directly to 1. We're going to start with Superman #4 from 1986. It's amazing what a good trailer can do, despite U.S. comic fans already knowing that Idris Elba was playing Bloodsport. It now takes fans to see the character on screen to be inspired by a key issue or his first appearance, and that is darn sure what happened. 52 comics moved. CGC 9.8 going for over $200.
Wow.
At rank 9, we have this Harley Quinn #1, the Yoshitaka Amano Lunar Thank You book. So, a 2021 Lunar's Retailer Thank You green variant is surprisingly still doing well. Retailer Thank You variants don't often hold values. This is pretty impressive. 33 copies, high sale at $250 for a raw.
Why do you think that is?
Because
why would
retailers probably put them up all immediately and get them out, and the people that wanted them bought them and don't feel like flipping them. So they always kind of end up in the hands that are going to end them, and there's no more push on the book.
So there's not a trickle of supply.
Correct. Normally, I would
you.
imagine pretty much every retailer either has their one guy in the store that gets those because that's his baby, or they put them online right away. At rank 8, we have X-Men #4 from 1992, more Omega Red. Omega's first sold 82 copies $500 for CGC 9.8. At rank 7, we have Truth, Red, White, and Black #1. We talked about this for the last couple of weeks. From 2015, the 7-issue series is a great early speculation, but recently catapulted in the spotlight with the introduction of Isaiah Bradley in the Disney Plus series, Falcon Winter Soldier. It still moved 66 copies, and a CGC 9.8 is a size $900. At rank 6, we have The Ultimates #1. From 2015, this book has a lot going for it. First off, it's the first Ultimate Team appearance of Captain America, Black Panther, America Chavez, Spectrum, and a rare appearance of Blue Marvel. Yet, this is trending specifically for the brief appearance of Ayo from the Black Panther films within Episode 3 of Falcon Winter Soldier. 22 copies, $50 for Raw. At rank 5, we have Thundercats #1 from 1985. Talked about this spike last week because of a possible movie from Warner Brothers. A CGC 9.8, almost $1,600. And at rank 4, we have Thundercats 0 from Wildstorm in 1975. So this is an even older Thundercats book.
Oh, wait a minute. Thundercats existed in 1975?
Wildstorm has Thundercats 0 issue.
Yeah, okay. All right.
That's what I'm reading here.
I don't think that's right, but okay.
Moving 45 copies, much cheaper, $180 for a CGC 9.8 for Thundercats 0. Uncanny X-Men 282 at rank 3.
No, it's from like 2002.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm just reading what it said.
I understand. That did strike you as odd, though, right?
Yes, it did. Uncanny X-Men 282 from 1991. This is an odd entry this week, especially when we saw that it sold 104 copies and a high sale of $515 for CGC 9.8. X-Men fever is heating up and moving in strange directions. While early key issues are seeing spikes, first appearances for characters like Bishop, Dazzler, Havoc, Rogue, Kitty Pryde, Phoenix, etc. are all going for top dollar. Bishop's speculation lies in his ability to time travel, and since that's already been introduced into the MCU, fans think he may be in the first wave of mutants.
Yeah, all the Marvel zombies that watched the 92 X-Men cartoon and grew up on that now got lots of moolah.
Why we gotta be zombies?
Well, you don't have to be zombies, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Usually X-Men and Marvel zombies go hand in hand, but okay.
This one's also from 1995, but this one actually might be from 1975. Strange Tales #179 featuring Warlock. Behold the first appearance of Pip the Troll. Sure, it may not be the book you've been hunting for, but it's definitely trending thanks to rumors that he will appear in Eternals along with Star Fox.
That actually is 1975.
Yeah, this should be taken with a grain of salt, but it sure moved and sold 61 copies. CGC 9.6 going for $350. And it ranked #1, Shadecraft #1 from Image Comics. As previously noted, Netflix picks up Shadecraft from Lucifer showrunner Joe Henderson. 78 copies moving and $18 for a Raw already.
Yeah, and it was a really good series debut. I enjoyed it a lot. Mm-hmm. And so I think it'll be great.
Yeah,
I think it'll be. It's kind of spooky.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of awesome. Good on him. Rank 11, we have Black Cat #4, Adam Hughes variant 1 in 25, high sale of $92.50 for a Raw. Nightwing 78.
Nightwing books back in the hot books. It's good to see.
Yeah. This is the first appearance of Melinda Zuko, Dick Grayson's new villain. Who's the daughter of Tony Zuko. Did not realize that was going to be a thing. Had a high sale of $40 for a Raw copy. Seriously? That's amazing. There's got to be plenty of those out there. A Shadecraft #1 Jock variant, doing well as well as the original. Flash #92 from 1994. Flash cast Jordan Fisher as Bart Allen in season 7 helped kickstart sales of Bart Allen's first appearance as Impulse in Flash 92. And he has a shadowed cameo appearance in issue 91.
We love a good shadowed cameo.
A good shadowed cameo. You can't beat that. I mean, that's just as good, really. A high sale of $215 for a CGC 98. Superboy number 9 comes in at rank 15. This is also from 1994. This is the instant star from the Suicide Squad trailer, King Shark. And doing very well, $500 for a CGC 98. Good old Spawn number 1 comes in at rank 16, continues to move. We're up to $250 for a CGC 98. Ultimate Fallout number 4 continues to blow up with old Miles. This is the Bagley second print, still doing well. $1,100 for a CGC 98. Machine Man number 7, episode 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, has some first appearances in it. So this had a high sale of $64 for a raw copy. Something is Killing Children, the local comic shop day 2020 foil variant. Just sold for $1,000. And I didn't want to pay $7.99 for it, Kyle.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pay $7.99 for it. And it's now selling for $1,000.
Well, I think is it that one that's selling for $1,000? I thought the actual number 1 was selling for $1,000.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. The standard, the number 1 standard cover.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
$1,000 sale for this.
Oh, okay.
So this one just hit $122.50 for a CGC 9.8 because oddly enough, this one's easier. The foil variant's easier to find than the OG number 1.
Chicken feed. Sorry. And another appearance at rank 20 by Ultimate Fallout number 4 for First Miles. So $3,000 for a 9.8 there. Jeez. All right,
crazy.
Kyle, let's get our sneak peeks out of the way.
All right, let's head on over to our good friends at Lunar Distributions and let us find out our DC books for Tuesday. That's coming out on the 13th.
So this is Lunar handling DC, and we just heard last week that Penguin Random House is going to be handling Marvel in the near future. So you think we'll have a little Penguin website that we'll be able to look at the stuff that's coming out each week?
Oh, I imagine so.
Something I was thinking about, too, what Penguin does with its accounts is they offer terms. I don't know if I mentioned that when we had our discussion. But they offer, I think, 60-day terms. And comic shops are not used to getting terms because Diamond was COD.
Yeah.
And if you were lucky and one of Geppy's friends and longtime customers, you could get like I guess a week or maybe 2 weeks of terms to pay your bill.
Mm-hmm.
But with Penguin doing 2 months of terms, that was going to allow comic shops to go deeper and further to grab, these variant covers,
mm-hmm.
and the chance that they, assuming that they'll sell them by the time those 60 days are over and pay their bill on time,
or they could end up hanging themselves and really screwing things over.
Oh, exactly. Or it could backfire and they could have misjudged the market.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious to see how that plays out. And a lot of these comic shops have been forced to be conservative.
Yeah.
Because they had to have cash in hand to float a lot of those deep buys. But if they're getting 60-day terms, well, I know I'm going to sell this. Mm-hmm. I know this will sell.
Yeah. Well, if I've got too much to sell this, I can sell all these.
I can sell it all. I'll be fine. And it's going to on the one hand, it's going to allow some stores to do stuff they wouldn't be allowed. They would normally not be able to afford to do. And on the other hand, it's going to allow stores that probably shouldn't do that the ability to do that. And I'm curious how that plays out. how that ripple effect, does that trickle down to Diamond, and Diamond starts offering terms? Does Lunar already offer terms? I don't even know if they have terms or not. Because I don't have an account with it. But that's fascinating. And this is all going to be transparent to you and me as Joe comic customers. But I still think it's fascinating in what could happen and to retailers that now have terms that they didn't have before, and so it's a better line of credit and the ability to buy more comics. And I don't know, did we even get into what's going to happen to Diamond and the previews catalog?
We talked. I can't remember if we talked on air or off, but you and I talked about would it be called previews anymore, or what the deal is.
Well, yeah, what is going to happen to the preview? Is it going to be just a one sheet? Is Diamond going to exist with just indie? I mean, I can't wait to figure all this stuff out. I hope everybody lands on their feet. I don't want to reinvent this wheel too much to where we can't even participate like we're used to. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I digress. What's in DC that we want to highlight?
A Death in the Family gets a really nice deluxe hardcover edition for $50 there. Batman cool. Black and White #3 gets a second printing that I think's awful.
What are you at? Oh, it is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like detailed line work. It's just like crap.
Do you think that's final art?
If it is, it's garbage.
Yeah. Tom Taylor's Batman the Detective. That's going to be my top of the stack read this week for sure.
And I like the blank cover. That is just cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Just a nice light blue with the bats. Pretty dope.
I mean, just begging to be sketched on at a con.
Exactly.
But what con is that?
I dipped into this Batman Urban Legends #1, so I'm going to be jumping on this #2.
Oh, yeah? How was it?
It's good. It's neat.
Oh, cool. Is it? How many pages? Is it a big one?
No.
Yeah, it's a big one. $8.
Yeah. It doesn't say page count, does it?
Gotta be a sizable
Gotta
one.
be a good one. Challenge of the Super Sons #1. Peter Tomasi, Jorge Jimenez cover.
Yeah, I've already read this digitally.
That's right.
It's a digital first title, so it's pretty good. Nice to have it. Infinite Frontier 0. I'm excited about this one. See what that's all about. Well, that's the second printing. That's the second printing. It's already been out. I've already read it. I wasn't that excited about it, actually. Oh, we get the second issue of Joker.
Yeah, Brian Stelfreeze with the cover C, I think is a really nice looking cover.
Oh, that is correct. That is fantastic.
Pool of blood reflecting on that. I really like it.
Rorschach 7. Looking forward to that. I cannot argue with people that say that reads better in trade, but I still like it single issue.
There you go. Sweet Tooth 6. Sweet Tooth is ending. The return.
Superman 30B cardstock cover. A little too photorealistic.
No.
Yeah. And can I just say, for the record again, just in case people forgot, I hate Bendis for aging up John. I really, really, really hate it. He was fine how he was. I don't know why you did that. So now we have different aged Johns and different comics, and stupid.
You heard it here first. Stupid.
Old man shakes fist at clouds.
All right, let's check out some of our other stuff. Let's find our April 14th books, and we'll find those at previewsworld.com for our new releases, and start with our Image books, where Home #1 is an Image title.
Yeah, we have it's an immigration story by Julio Anta.
5-issue series.
Anna Wizinski on art, and Lisa Stroll doing the cover. And it's something about the border and seeking asylum. Should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Jules Verne's Lighthouse #1. Double size.
That's all you have to say about that.
So for $5, they're giving us a double size. What was that?
I thought that I was waiting. I was like waiting patiently for something. I heard Lighthouse #1, then I was like, did he just go to sleep or
Well, I was reading
a drink?
it. I was like, I'm going to pull the interesting line in the
there isn't
solicit.
one.
And it wasn't really that interesting, so I just kind of stuttered. Okay.
I was like, oh, I can't make this. I can't make this any better than it is. Kyle, I think you'd like Scumbag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first 6 issues should be a trade already. If it's not, pretty good stuff. Remender does a good job with him, and he's a lovable loser. Kind of root for him, even though he's awful human being.
The world's fate rests on the worst person on it. That's funny.
Yep, exactly. Down in Dark Horse, we have Jenny Zero from Dave Dwanch and Brockton McKinney, with art by Magenta King.
It's like we got drugs and alcohol and kaiju.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And I think, are we back with Zdarsky doing a Black Hammer again? Visions #3, Black Hammer Visions #3, yeah. Johnny Christmas, Chip Zdarsky, and Jason Liu.
And he's doing his own cover A.
Oh, where do you see that? I missed that.
Black Hammer 3 of 8, cover A, Zdarsky.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, good. That'd be the one to have, too.
Lock and Key is now with Sandman.
Yeah, that should be fun. I wonder if I have to remember what happened in Lock and Key and remember what happened in Sandman to enjoy this, because
together, yeah.
It's been a long time.
We talked in our little run through the previews when we went through the IDW selection about the Jenica 2 trade paperback. You can get issue 6 coming out now this week. That, like we talked about, you can order in trade paperback form in the previews that's out now.
Kanto and the City of Giants #1, the 3-issue miniseries. This thing, Kyle picked the first issue of the first volume way back a couple years ago, and I didn't get it. I did not understand the appeal and why, but it really took off.
Yeah, it flew.
It has spec value. I think it's optioned now, and now we're on its fourth volume, something like that. So, yeah, you just never know. Read everything.
Yeah.
Read everything, because it's all good.
Amazing Spider-Man 61 going to a second print. So we get a second print showing us that ugly suit.
Yeah.
America Chavez, Made in America #1. We get a second print. We've changed the color a bit on it, but still a really good cover on that one. I like that. Children of the Atom #1. We get a second print featuring her herself on the front cover. You want that one as well. So of our second prints, pick up America Chavez, pick up Children of the Atom.
Now we have the Black Cat #5, and I've really been enjoying this series. It's written really well. I like the way there's something overarching happening, but you still get enjoyable single issues. It's written by Jed McKay and art by Michael Dowling. And the reason I mentioned it is because we got an announcement, and they'll be in a future Marvel previews, that Jed McKay is going to be the writer for the new Moon Knight series.
Hey!
That's coming out July 7th, with art by Alessandro Cappuccio and a Steve McNiven cover. So it's gorgeous. I've already seen it. It's out on my Twitter page if you want to take a look at it. And this is not going to be a sneak peek for a while till July, but anywho,
The sneakiest of sneak peeks.
yeah, Jed McKay is doing the writing. I think I'm gonna like it. Because I really like Kim, and I like his writing style, so I'm excited.
Going full in on Dark Hawk, Heart of Hawk #1. Gotta make sure I got one of those.
You're excited about this?
Yeah, tingling.
30th anniversary. Oh, it is a 90s hero.
Yeah.
You do like your 90s heroes.
Absolutely. Guardians of the Galaxy #13. We get a Liefeld Deadpool 30th variant. All the pockets. It's a good looking variant.
Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow.
You like this non-stop Spider-Man. We got issue 2 of that Joe Kelly run.
I'm excited
Good
about
David
this.
Finch cover. I like that Spider-Man.
And Spider's Shadow is Chip Zdarsky, so that'll be pretty good. Probably something happening in Thor. It's the finale.
Mm-hmm.
Probably to check out, see what Donny Cates is doing.
Star Wars Bounty Hunters 11. We got Bosk's cover there.
I don't have anything until I think it's Proctor Valley Road. Is that the one I liked from Boom? The second issue. No, that's not it. I don't know that I don't like it. I just haven't read it yet.
Down in our smaller publishers, we have Blowtorch #1 from Second Sight Publishers.
Wow.
Yeah. From the pages of CHESS. So apparently that's a spinoff. So I don't know chess, so I don't care about Blowtorch.
Yeah, we don't have much luck with those. They're also doing Duplicant. Same publisher. This is Second Sight. It's a thriller about the forces conspiring against the one man who offers hope during a pandemic. Oh God. No more pandemic storylines. Come on. I think we're good. It's only $3.99 though. It's a #1. Carla Nappi and Mariana Strakowski, along with Layla Del Duca on cover.
Here's something you and I can get behind, Drew. Locust #1 from Scout Comics. Massimo Rossi, writer. Most of humanity has fallen victim to a terrible plague that has turned them into giant locusts.
But they're coming next month.
As the locusts consume the earth, the uninfected survivors struggle to stay alive during the Great Transformation. A fisherman and his elderly mother try to escape a decimated New York City. Can they survive? We love a good post-apocalyptic, and by golly, insects to boot.
And we finally get to see Man Goat and Bunny Man #1 from Zenoscope.
Is that my boy Stabity?
That looks like a little Stabity on the cover.
Bigfoot, the Jersey Devil,
like
the
him.
Loch Ness Monster, all the age-old folklore.
This is going to sell well. I'm going to fly off this, even at $6. It's going to sell well. and the B cover is pretty nice, too.
And it is not my boy Stabity, but still.
You see anything else, Kyle?
Cullen Bunn writing Phantom of the Scan #1 for Aftershocks Comics. 20 years ago, a comet fell to Earth. Since that night, Matthew has been haunted by a spirit that gives him incredible psychic abilities. But these abilities come with a price, and payment is due. Every time Matthew uses his gifts, he draws closer to death and other psychics, all of whom gained their powers on the night the comet fell. They are all dying in the most horrible of ways. To save himself, Matthew gathers a group of psychics to solve the mystery of their powers before it's too late.
And my Titans comics come back with a hard case crime book for the first time in a while, it seems like. This is another Minky Woodcock story. This is The Girl Who Electrified Tesla, #1. And I guess they're calling this the Girl Who series. their best-selling hard case crime series, which is interesting. They had a lot of great ones there for a while, and then they just kind of stopped putting them out. So I'm curious how this goes, and I'm looking forward to reading it. And it's only $3.99, so doubly psyched.
Can be done. Anything else, Drew?
That's all.
All right, this is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's your one pick that is going to increase in price, end up on the top 10s and all the cover prices?
It's obviously Zenoscope's Man Goat and Bunny Man, number one. And I just want to use this cover image. And I'm going to will this into as a spec book.
Yep. Man, interesting. What a bit of a loss this week.
My close second was the new Tom Taylor Batman book. I mean, we saw already.
That's right. I didn't click on Lunar.
We saw the Nightwing, his Nightwing Spike already.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's going to do something with this, but I can't pass up Man Goat, Bunny Man, whatever the hell.
And I probably can't put my blank cover as the pick to have. We'll just go with cover A then.
Yeah.
All right. We want to thank you guys for tagging along with Drew and ourselves all the way through the end of this podcast. Check us out on Patreon. Patreon.com. Find comics for fun and profit. Be part of those discussions, those early reviews. Those we got giveaways going on there. A Slack channel where we chit chat and you can yell at us in person, and then I can text you while I'm at work. Back if you yell at me. Those kind of things. But you can only get that through our Patreon. So come hang out with us. Be part of everything. We'd love to have you over there. So for Drew and for myself, see you.